Hit it.
Oh no!
It's okay.
No.
Okay.
We wanted to play this. And it's still the sucky version. Anyway, I'm Robert.
I'm Henry, and we're just two guys. And we're talking Super Bowl today, baby. Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday is coming up. Seattle, New England. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Still figuring it out. I'm not going to lean one way or the other, but right now I'm just not sure. Two great teams, two different approaches. We're going to see how it plays out. What are you thinking, Robert?
I'm so fucking sick and tired of New England. I hope they get their asses beat. I'm sick of the New England Patriots. They rode an easy schedule to a dominant regular season record. They lucked their way into the Super Bowl, playing a shitty game against Denver, looking like a pedestrian team.
How do you really feel?
I think New England is going to be way overmatched. I think New England is probably the luckiest team to ever make the playoffs, since the Cardinals made the playoffs against the Steelers, made the Super Bowl against the Steelers, which the Steelers won like 15 years ago. That since then, no one as lucky has made the Super Bowl until now.
Okay, I can't disagree with you more. I think even though they had a somewhat easy schedule, it still took a lot for them to get to where they are. Look at their victories and look how hard fought they were. So I don't think this is going to be a cakewalk for the Seahawks. I think it's going to be a tight game, and I think it's going to come down to whoever possesses the ball last. People think Seattle's going to be lighting it up. I'm not so sure.
I think Seattle's winning 42-10.
I disagree. I don't disagree.
I think New England's way overmatched.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout at all. I think it's going to be a tight game, closer than people think. And I think whoever has the ball last is going to win, right? And I'm predicting Drake May is going to score. He's going to score a touchdown. He's going to run the touchdown in. Of course, he'll throw some, hopefully, but I think he will himself run a touchdown in. What do you think?
Well, I spent a lot of time doing some research, probably like 5 minutes. Anyway, when you look at Seattle's defense, I mean, it was the number one scoring defense. It was the number one third down defense. It was the number one yards against the run defense. And other than Booty and Stephon Diggs.
Booty.
I mean.
Say that with me. Booty.
Yeah, Booty. I think Seattle made the Super Bowl because they are superior talent-wise in the NFC. I think Drake May and the New England Patriots made the Super Bowl because they were lucky. That's just how I feel. And when I look at the Seattle Seahawks and their defense, I think they're going to make Drake May look pedestrian, because the Denver Bronco defense before the snow, I don't want to use the snow as an excuse from any New England Patriot fans, that game was a shit show. It was god-awful from the beginning before the snow. And if New England comes out playing like that, Seattle's going to destroy them. Seattle has the offensive weapons
I think
and the defense to shut down what was the strengths of New England. Their strengths were creating turnovers and running the ball. Drake May had a decent season. He had 3,500 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a 65% completion percentage. That's not bad, but he wasn't carrying the team. And we've seen dynamic performances from quarterbacks before. I don't think Drake May had a dynamic season. He had a very good season.
Look, I'm going to be very simple, very simplistic. It's going to come down to turnovers. That's what's going to happen, right? If Sam Darnold, who has a propensity to throw interceptions, throws a few, it's going to come down to turnovers. Can he have a clean game and not throw a single interception? I don't think so. I think he's going to get an interception. I think it's going to be the turnovers that are going to decide this game. That's my personal feeling about it.
And you talk about turnovers. Drake May has been throwing interceptions like the sun shines in the playoffs. I mean, the only reason why the New England Patriots made it through that miserable game in Denver was because of Drake May's legs. Had he not run for that touchdown, Denver would be playing right now and probably getting their butts handed to them too. But without Bo Nix, I just don't see, and I may be sort of disrespecting the New England Patriots.
Yes, you're disrespecting.
And I'm putting my heart into it. I'm so sick and tired of them. I had enough of Tom Brady and the New England Patriots beforehand. I don't need to see them anymore now for another decade. So quite honestly, I don't see I'll take my feelings out of it, and turnovers will be a huge issue. And Sam Darnold has proven before this season that he is a turnover machine.
That's right.
At the most inopportune times.
That's right. That's
but
right.
He hasn't done that so far, and I don't think that that's going to happen again.
I do.
Who has been throwing more turnovers than normal and having more turnovers than normal has been Drake May in the playoffs. He had 3 against the Broncos in the NFC Championship game. He had 3 against the Houston Texans. Yeah. So that's 6 interceptions in 2 games. You're not getting away with that against Seattle. You're not getting away with that.
I think that's playoff jitters. And I think he's come a long way. And I think Drake May has calmed down. I think he's going to be focused. I think it's going to be a tighter game than everybody thinks. I really do. And I want a close game. I don't want some kind of blowout. Because I don't know about you, but if it's 26-3 for halftime, I'm going to do something else. I'll just watch commercials.
So what does the Seattle Seahawks have to do offensively to win this game?
For me, the script is heavy receivers, right? The Mabinga and run Walker. That's a 1-2 punch. And that's a powerful.
His name.
You know what I'm saying?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
You know what I'm saying? That's him. I think you concentrate on getting him the ball and you let Walker, run wild. It's going to be a long day for New England.
So if I'm answering the same question I asked you, you have Jackson Smith and Jigba who will be paired against Gonzalez in the backfield in the secondary. And Christian Gonzalez, actually has had a spectacular playoff.
It's a great player.
So he's had a spectacular playoff run. Other than that, the run defense for the New England Patriots is pretty mediocre in the middle of the pack. I believe they were 12th when I was looking at the statistics. And that's where it's going to be the biggest difference. Who is going to be able to run the ball and who is going to have the least amount of turnovers? So, that's right. I really believe the offense. So if we're both saying this, I believe the offense has the advantage versus New England's offense.
I think Seattle's offense has an advantage versus New England's defense.
Well, I'm comparing offenses. Which one is better? I like Seattle's offense better than New England's offense.
I'm going to go with Seattle slightly.
Now, defensively, how do you feel? Who has the edge?
Well, I think Seattle also has the edge defensively.
Well, I have the statistics here to show it, and New England was pretty mediocre defensively. Right. They only sacked the quarterback defensively, I think, 42 times, whereas the Seattle Seahawks had, they only had 47 sacks, which is only 5 more than New England. But I believe they have a better pressure front four than the Patriots do.
I think it's going to be tighter than people think. And I think it's going to be an interesting game, an exciting game. And New England is going to bring it. Things are going to happen that you're not going to believe, right? Think about some of these Super Bowls that are in the past. you just never know when a turnover is going to pop up. A fumble, a tip pass, interception, a pick six. I think there's going to be turnovers, and I think they're going to be the factor that wins this game. That's my feeling.
Well, New England thrives on the play action and running the ball, and this is where we have seen the New England Patriots not actually successfully execute with 6 interceptions in 2 games. So I really do believe that there's something going on with the offensive line that isn't right, because they were protecting him much better during the regular season. And when you look at Seattle's defense, I think that's going to be the key. The key is going to be Seattle's defense and turnovers. And I don't think it's going to be Sam Darnold to turn the ball over. And if he does, I think it's going to be more key for Drake May not to make a mistake.
Once again, let me be simplistic. If New England is going to win this game, they have to pressure Sam Darnold. They have to get in his face. They're going to have to get in that backfield. They're going to have to be disruptive. They're going to have to cause all sorts of chaos and total havoc back there if they have a chance of winning. They let him sit back there and pass that ball. Forget about it. They're going to have to create turnovers. They're going to have to create pressure. They're going to have to be in his face, or else it's going to be a long day for them.
I think Seattle has every advantage: special teams, defensive, offensive, and coaching. I think is even, because Mike Vrabel failed in Tennessee miserably.
I wouldn't say he failed miserably.
And
he had some issues.
Mike
Tennessee.
McDonald,
So,
he has done really well.
They're both good coaches.
I believe it's an even Steven matchup between the two.
They're both good coaches.
I think
again, it's going to come down to turnovers. And like I said, if New England stands a chance of winning, if they're going to win, and if they're going to pull it out, they're going to have to be in Sam Darnold's face. They're going to have to pressure the quarterback. They're going to have to be disruptive back there.
So what he's saying, and I agree, if New England's going to win this game, it's going to be because of their defense. It's not going to be because of Drake May. And that's a tall order.
Yeah.
That's a tall order.
It's not going to be easy.
And not only this, let me just also say, look, Drake, I'm not criticizing Drake May. He's a fantastic quarterback. Okay. He wouldn't be in the Super Bowl if he wasn't. But it has been since Dan Marino in his second year as a quarterback, when he faced the San Francisco 49ers, we haven't seen a second-year quarterback enter the Super Bowl and win. We haven't even seen anyone win. And I think the trend continues. I think the inexperience, I think the pressure, I think Sam Darnold has been through hell. He already knows he's been criticized. He already knows he's been doubted. He already knows that the NFL gave up on him, except for very few NFL executives, meaning Seattle, and last year Minnesota gave him a shot. And he has proven this year to mature in pressure situations. Sure, the first playoff game, the divisional game at home, Seattle, he had only 124 yards passing. They had Walker had 3 rushing touchdowns, and they had a special teams kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
So he wasn't in position to win a game. Let's fast forward against the Rams. Both teams offensively were more dynamic, gave up a lot of yards, so each defense was basically neutralized. And he stepped up. He threw for 3 touchdowns, I believe, in that game, and over 300 yards passing. So they have been able to win
savage
in both ways, with Sam Darnold just managing the game and the defense stepping up, and then Sam Darnold stepping up, making enough plays to outscore the Rams. What sucks is the Rams had 2 more minutes. They would have gone up ahead.
I think they would have won that game.
That game was back and forth. They're division rivals. You throw out all the intangibles and all the statistics out the book. When you face a division rival, it's throw it all out. So Seattle edged out on that. So, I'm setting myself up for major failure because I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to win 48-13.
Well, I believe that your pick for Seattle is on. I'm going to pick them as well, but I think it's going to be a closer game. And again, if Sam Darnold puts the ball up for grabs, it could be a tight game.
See, here's the thing. I don't think Sam Darnold, Drake May, we're talking about the Patriots now. Drake May is at his best when they have a dominant running game and he can implement the play action pass with very little pressure, which is a simple recipe. Teams have been doing this for years.
I don't disagree.
But Drake May and the New England offense, when they're running the ball effectively, borderline dominantly, then Sam or Drake May is much better in the pocket and much better with his reads and progressions. Drake May struggles in 3rd and long and 2nd and long. And that's where the pass rush is going to come in. If Seattle can manage to force them into 3rd and long, that's going to be a long day for Drake May.
I don't disagree.
And the thing what I'm trying to compare here is that Sam Darnold has been through hell. He's been through criticism. He has failed forward. He has learned from his mistakes clearly by the playoffs this season. So I'm just saying that I think that someone who's been so maligned and so doubted and so questioned and overlooked, that I think it's Sam Darnold's opportunity to shine, and I think he will.
I hope it's a tight game. I hope it's an exciting game. And, let's see what happens.
Now, Seattle, to win the game, create turnovers. Walker running the ball effectively.
Mabinga.
And Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think it's going to come down to Cooper Kupp and their tight ends, because I think Jackson Smith and Jigba may have a tough time against Christian Gonzalez. Okay?
I still see him catching a touchdown.
Yes, but I don't see him taking over the ball game.
No, but he's going to get a touchdown.
I don't think he's taking over the ball game. And so I'm still saying 48-13. What are you saying?
Again, I'm gonna say it's a tighter game, but if New England is going to win this, they have to pressure Sam Darnold. They have to create turnovers.
Who's your Super Bowl MVP prediction?
So I'm going to go with Walker. I think they're gonna try and pound that ball and create run dominance, and he's going to be in the end zone. I'm going to say at least twice, and he's going to rush for over 100 yards. So I'm going to say he's the MVP. How about you?
I'm going with Seattle's front four.
Can I pick all of them to be MVP?
Yeah, you can.
They pick whole defense.
You can pick front four. I think last year in the Super Bowl, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts getting the MVP was bullshit. Jalen Hurts threw an interception, and the game.
Eagles. Eagles.
I just can't stand Jalen Hurts. That defense,
the
that front four with Milton Williams and oh my God, now I forgot his name. The big baby. I know his name like clockwork, and I'm now recording the show, and I can't tell you. 98, the guy from Georgia, Carter, Jalen Carter,
Mr. Spit.
No, Jalen Carter. Yes, yeah, but anyway, that's another story. Jalen Carter, Milton Williams. Oh my God, that defensive end that signed with the Cardinals. And
whatever.
That should have been the MVP. In this Super Bowl, I think the defensive front four of the Seattle Seahawks, the defense in general, is going to win the MVP.
I think it's going to be my pick is Walker. But then, again, there's a caveat. If Darnold has a few interceptions, if New England creates turnovers, then again, I think it's going to come down to whoever possesses the ball last, and that team is going to win. So I'm still going to lean for Seattle, but I think it's going to be a tighter game. And do I anticipate turnovers? Sure. Can Drake create a turnover? Can he get intercepted? No question. Sam Darnold, again, no question. So whoever has maybe less turnovers will win the game, right?
That's usually how it goes.
Right? Whoever has less turnovers win the game.
I've seen 4 turnovers and the other team win. But anyway,
You never know.
I really think Seattle takes this in a cakewalk, and by halftime, the game's over.
I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. I think it's going to be a closer game, but I, too, agree that Seattle's going to win. That's our view.
Stay tuned for more because we'll be going into free agency. We'll be talking about what the Washington Redskins football team commanders should do.
That's right.
There's a lot of talk already about a blockbuster trade for Max Crosby of the Raiders to come to Washington. And with Washington's free agency cap, that's a possibility. So we have a lot to talk about.
A lot of money to spend
after the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for more shows. Free agency will be coming up shortly. The draft, we'll be looking at that and any
all sorts of good stuff.
Draft predictions you see. And if
good
someone
stuff.
has Washington
good
picking
stuff.
a safety or a wide receiver with the 7th
good
pick,
stuff.
They're idiots.
Good
Washington
stuff.
needs a pass rush.
Good stuff.
All right. Anyway,
good stuff.
I'm off my horse. As you can tell, I'm a Washington fan. So stay tuned for all of that. And a lot more to come. And thank you. Tune in. And I'm Robert.
Henry.
And we're Just Two Guys 2026. Thanks for watching. I liked it.
That's good.
We